A federal appeals court has overturned a California ban on gay marriage, and we got Geoff Fowler with the Wall Street Journal out in San Francisco, who's going to join us now and tell us about this. This has been a long time in coming and has some very high-profile lawyers involved. Tell us about it.
Well, today we sort of got step two in what could be a 3 or 4 step process leading to the Supreme Court eventually weighing in on whether there's a constitutional right for gay marriage. So today we had the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, which is in charge of the western portion of the United States, essentially affirming a ruling that we got from a lower court in 2010, which said that Proposition 8, that's the law that California voters approved in 2008 banning gay marriage. The court today affirmed that that law is unconstitutional, and they think it should be struck out.
Okay. Notably, let me get in here before you, David. Yeah. This case was represented by 2 lawyers that had fought each other previously in the Bush v. Gore contest back in the 2000 election, right?
That's right. We have David Boies and Ted Olson, as you said, who had previously gone against each other, working together on this case to support 2 California couples that want to get married, and trying to sort of, I guess, send a nonpartisan message to the courts about this. Not to say that this is a nonpartisan issue. Already today, we've had statements from Newt Gingrich and Mitt Romney condemning the court's decision and saying that there's sort of signs of activist courts that need to be reined in.
You know, Jeff, it seems to me, you know, every time people in general don't want things legislated through the courts, and you know, the supporters of gay marriage out in California, I would think that they would rather have the people of the state vote for it in a proposition. Is there any plans to come back, or have they sort of given up on that and they're just going to try to push this through in the courts?
You know, voting is a really complicated issue for a number of reasons. It costs a lot of money to put something onto the ballot. In California, the groups, gay rights groups who looked at bringing it back said it would cost at least $40 or $50 million to do so. So they have no plans at the moment to try to do that. They looked at it in 2010, they looked at it in 2012. There's some smaller groups that are still going ahead with efforts, but the state's main gay rights groups are not doing it. Meanwhile, though, we do see votes coming up this year, probably in Maine and Washington state. One of the other reasons why it's a complicated issue is that some gay rights people say that their rights are not something that people should be able to vote on. That this is what the Constitution is there for. It's to protect the rights of the minority, and they shouldn't be left up for the majority to potentially vote on.
So the general theory with this is that it's going all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court. Based on the balance of the court now, how does this end up? In favor of gay marriage or against? What do you think?
It's a toss-up. It's going to be one to watch right down to the wire. I mean, it really kind of comes down to some of these more technical legal issues, like whether, for example, California broke the 14th Amendment by allowing gay people to have the right to get married, which it did for a brief time in 2008, and then taking that away with Proposition 8 later.
Okay, well, we shall see, and I'm sure it'll be a dramatic fight in the Supreme Court when or if it gets there. Thank you very much. Geoff Fowler with the Wall Street Journal in San Francisco.